Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So we're going to talk about Indy and Harry from Love During Lockup in this video. We're going to look at Harry's criminal past and what landed him in prison, and it's pretty intense. And we're also going to talk about them in last night's episode. So Indy, she is a single mom. She has 2 children. She has a 9-year-old who lives with her dad, and she has another younger daughter who lives with her. And Indy went to see her sidekick, who told her that Indy's boyfriend Harry would be getting out of prison in a month, and she thinks Indy needs to make sacrifices and move to Ohio, where Harry's from. And now she's moving full steam ahead with their plans to move her and her youngest daughter to Ohio to be with Harry when he's released from prison. And family is a huge part of Indy's life. Her and her family, they get together for a family game night every week, and they have a really supportive family unit. And I think this story is going to be super interesting because Indy's mom is a bounty hunter and private investigator. So Harry better watch out and stay on the right path when he gets out, or Indy's mom might come looking for him. Her mom is hardcore, and I like the mom, but she has a funny, sassy attitude. When Indy revealed she was moving to Ohio in a month, her mom was not happy and said she's going to do her own investigation into Harry. Well, when she does, I already know the mama is not going to be happy. They showed previews of the first look of the season, and Indy's mom is doing some digging, and her and this man find out about the kidnapping charges and confront Indy saying, "Kidnapping charges? Did you know about this?" So let's take a look at these kidnapping charges. So yes, Harry did kidnap someone. So this is what happened leading up to Harry's arrest. So Indy is 29 at the time of filming, and Harry is either 23 or 24 years old, I believe. And Harry was arrested and went to prison back in 2017. So that means he was either 18 or 19 years old when this happened. But he was convicted of kidnapping and aggravated robbery stemming from an incident in 2017. He was initially facing 6 total charges, including theft and robbery, and Harry pleaded guilty to the aggravated robbery and kidnapping charges as part of a plea deal that resulted in the other charges being dropped. In April of 2018, Harry was sentenced to 4 years in prison. He got 3 years for each of the remaining 2 charges, but those were concurrent, and he also got an extra year that was added due to the use of a firearm during a robbery. So according to court documents and local news articles, Harry and 2 other men approached a man walking on the street from behind. They pushed him down to the ground, and one of the 3 assailants, not Harry, but one of the people he was with, put a gun to the man's head, while the other 2, including Harry, went through the man's pockets and took his wallet and cell phone. So then Harry and his accomplices then forced the man to accompany them to a local convenience store, and Harry's buddy with the gun forced the man to give him the PIN number for his debit card, and the assailant then entered the convenience store and withdrew money from an ATM. Oh my gosh, that has to be a nightmare for that innocent man just walking down the street that night. So Harry and his friends weren't done with the man then. They forced the victim to walk with them to a house where a friend of the victim resided so they could rob that person as well, and the victim was able to escape en route to his friend's house when the man carrying the gun stopped to urinate. So the victim ran from the 3 assailants, but they eventually caught up to him, and they were beating the victim when a nearby resident heard the man being beaten, and the witness was licensed to carry a firearm, and he approached the 4 men with a handgun drawn, and Harry and his 2 buddies fled the scene. So shout out to that man who had a gun and protected that innocent victim, because he was really putting his life in danger getting in the middle of that as well. And the 3 men were later apprehended by police, and their possession was a bag containing the robbery victim's belongings and the gun used in the incident. The gun actually that they used had been stolen the night before by one of Harry's accomplices. A 73-year-old man was asleep in his apartment above a church when 2 men, not including Harry, broke in. The man, he kept a gun under his pillow and had the opportunity to shoot the intruders, but he opted not to, and he later said, "I wish I would have shot them." The victim later said to the press, "They could have killed me. I didn't make the right choice at all." As a result of his decision, the 73-year-old man was dragged into another room and was beaten for nearly an hour before he managed to get away, and they ended up stealing his firearm. And then they turned around and used that same firearm for an aggravated robbery and kidnapping for an innocent man just walking down the street, and then he was arrested and sentenced to 4 years in prison. So Indy said last night's episode, she doesn't want to hold his past against him. She feels like he's a different person now, but I already know when the mom finds these charges, she's gonna freak out. So Indy wants to move her and her youngest daughter to be with Harry here in a month in Ohio. And for the reason of Harry's last arrest, I think Indy really needs to slow her roll. Like, I think she needs to keep her daughter with family or with someone until things are stable with Harry, because she doesn't want to bring her daughter into a situation like that if Harry's still up to his same antics. So Indy is from Belfield, Maryland, and she's currently unemployed. She used to do makeup and work at a hookah lounge before COVID hit, and Indy is 29 years old, and she's madly in love with her boyfriend, who she calls her husband, Harry. They are not legally married, but I guess they wrote a letter to each other talking about marriage and pretty much saying their vows to each other. And they said that they're married like with a union, but not legally. I don't know. It's just really confusing. So Indy found Harry on TikTok, and they've been communicating via video chat, emails, phone calls, and letters. She said she was scrolling one day and she came across this girl's TikTok, and she had a bunch of different videos from different inmates trying to find them love, and she saw Harry, and she said she went to bed that night and slept on it and woke up, and she's like, you know what, this is a sign from heaven. I'm going to go for this. So Indy said that one of the best things about having a boyfriend who's locked up is that they can't cheat on you and you always know where they are. And then so like Indy went to go see a psychic, and Harry's not supposed to get out for a little while, but the psychic told Indy that she believes that Harry's going to be out in a month. So Indy's going full steam ahead, planning all this stuff to be with Harry in a month, even though technically, according to his prison sentence, he's not going to be getting out for like another year. And Indy had her family over for family game night, including her mom, who's a bounty hunter, and revealed to her family that she plans to move to Ohio. And her mom and family, they were not having it. They're like, you need to get to know this man better. I don't know why you're going after a felon. And the mom said she's going to do her own investigation. So I'm looking forward to this storyline, because I know this mama is going to be on Harry like white on rice, and I'm here for it. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts about Harry's arrest and charges that ended up leading him to go to prison. Let me know your thoughts about the first episode of Love During Lockup, and your thoughts about Indy, Harry, and Indy's mom in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.